Her urn is here, and you can see her 10 toes and 10 fingers.
This is a story you don't often hear.
It sits empty, and it's never what I had imagined this room would look like.
On one level, it's about grief and a nursery that'll never be used. But on another, it's a story about a decision Amanda Hicks made earlier this year when she was 25 weeks pregnant. A decision that may evoke strong feelings from you. Amanda, taking us back to that doctor's visit that changed her life.
As soon as 3 doctors walked in, that's when I knew something was wrong.
It was a follow-up appointment to her 18-week anatomy scan. She thought it would be routine, but at this 22-week visit, her ultrasound discovered a medical issue. That led to an MRI and a diagnosis of a rare condition. The brain of her unborn child was missing, their CSP. A team of doctors, she says, described what that meant.
The doctors were like, she won't breathe on her own, she won't swallow on her own, she won't see. At that point, I knew she was not going to live. And I didn't really ask too many questions because I didn't have the words at that point.
She says one doctor told her
she will die when she is born. And I think at that point we knew the choice we had to make. We knew she would feel pain, and we wanted to give her mercy.
Amanda's decision was to have an abortion, but abortion laws vary from state to state. And in Ohio, where Amanda lives, unless the mother's health is in jeopardy, abortions can't take place after 20 weeks. Amanda acknowledges now it's a law she didn't pay too much attention to. She's never been that political. In fact, she voted for many of the politicians who passed the law.
It really should have been probably more important to me, and it wasn't.
Because of Ohio's laws, Amanda and her husband flew to Colorado, a state with some of the least restrictive abortion regulations in the entire country. She made a visit to this abortion clinic in Boulder, Colorado. The entire time bewildered, she couldn't get the procedure she wanted back home.
So many tears. So many tears. And, telling people that we were, going to lose our baby. It's devastating.
While traveling from one state to another for an abortion procedure has been happening for years, the frequency of it occurring could change drastically depending on the outcome of a Supreme Court case that will be argued later this year. The specific case is out of Mississippi, and justices could rule states are allowed to ban abortion after 15 weeks. Experts say there's even a chance the ruling could completely overturn Roe v. Wade, the landmark case that legalized abortion nationwide back in 1973. After all, this is the first major abortion case with this group of justices.
So I don't know that we can make any predictions.
Karen Middleton leads Cobalt, a women's reproductive rights advocacy group, and says her organization is preparing for a possible reversal of Roe, which would mean some states could outright ban abortion while others would keep their laws as is. Middleton anticipates if that happens, more women from conservative states will flock to liberal-leaning states for procedures. She's already raising money to help women who can't afford an airplane ticket. Her group gave Amanda $500 to offset her travel.
Think about any other medical procedure you might be having. Do you have to get on a plane to get that care? No, you do not. We are raising more money. We are granting more services as we are able to, and that includes transportation, meals, hotel stays.
But it's important to remember there is another side. The decision to have an abortion, regardless of circumstance, remains unconscionable to many Americans.
The tragedy of abortion and choice has cost the lives of tens of millions of babies in the United States.
Meet Michael Ganadakis. He's the president of Ohio Right to Life, an organization that lobbies against abortion.
So the state movement is really the core of the pro-life movement right now because we can get so much more done.
He's been on the forefront of the effort to ban abortions for 2 decades, and he says plenty of Americans believe the Supreme Court got it wrong decades ago and that they have a chance to fix it later this year.
This is the most pro-life United States Supreme Court in a generation, especially in my lifetime. We actually have a puncher's chance to win in the United States Supreme Court to overturn Roe. And we believe within the next 5 to 10 years, we can be at 0 abortion clinics in Ohio.
It will bloom around the springtime every year, and she died in the spring.
Back at Amanda's home, she knows not everyone agrees with her decision, but she feels that difficult choice was the right one for her.
We are comfortable with the decision we made. If I couldn't have gotten the care that I needed to have, I really don't know if I'd be sitting here.
In Columbus, Ohio, I'm Joe St. George.